Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. Well, another day, another Tesla vandal, huh? Hello and welcome to another video. You already know what it is. Let's just get right into it. Don't forget that like now.
Protest. Where does that protest go? It gets bigger, it gets bigger, it gets bigger, until what do you have?
Bigger
Revolution.
protest.
A bigger protest and revolution.
You already have people
right?
blowing up
So
Teslas.
Yeah, there's a lot of violence going on from Democrats.
For somebody who
A lot of
drives
violence
a
going on from
Tesla,
Democrats right
it's
now.
kinda scary out there.
no, it's not Democrats. You're pretty quick to label that. I see
Republicans attacking
I
Teslas?
wouldn't be surprised. You just can't make statements like that blindly. Sorry. I'm sure there are
Republicans that are anti-Trump and
I'm sure
Elon Musk.
I'm sure you can't just make it a statement and therefore it's true. You can't say, well, Teslas are being attacked by Democrats only. There's no fact. There's no truth to that.
I think it's pretty obvious that that's the case right now.
No, I think it's obvious that people are losing their jobs. People are just losing their jobs because you've got some guy by the name of Musk and they're doing Trump's work.
Yeah. Should the federal government should downsize?
Absolutely. We should have a nice, tight audit over where we spend our tax dollars.
Isn't that happening right now?
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, it's definitely not Democrats. Did she step away to confirm how to spell the four-letter word Nazi?
The green Toyota Tundra pickup truck that you walked up to. You don't remember what you did? What did you do to it?
I scratched it.
Why? Was it the bumper sticker? And she's got a sticker that says, "Let's go Brandon" or something.
Yeah, I guess it infuriated me.
That's the only reason you did it? You don't know who owns the truck or anything?
Yeah, that's the only reason I did it.
Was it a key?
No, it's my key fob. Yeah.
Do you know which key you used?
No, I have no idea.
I'm guessing you know it's expensive to repaint a truck.
Gonna have to repaint the truck.
Did you?
Stupid, idiotic, and I'm gonna get the truck. Get up. Okay, get the fucking much.
And you should.
Yeah.
But
Alright, I made a stupid mistake.
Mr. Brothers, here's the unfortunate news. She wants to press charges, so I have to take you to jail, sir. So I need you to turn around. When you damage someone's property over $1,000, it's a felony.
And Kevin Connell 3. Where are you on here?
For a felony criminal mischief.
That's a felony?
It's about $6,000 to repaint the truck. He has to go to jail, and tomorrow morning he'll have first appearance in front of a judge.
Stupid. Stupid.
Don't.
So we are just keying every car with MAGA bumper stickers too? Good to know there's no discrimination. Congratulations, Toyota. A Trump supporter drives through a peaceful protest and sprays the crowd with diesel smoke. Actually, you guys blocked him, and when you finally eased off, he sped off. and the Proud Boys are the greatest threat to Americans right now.
Made it clear, if you take part in the wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, we will find you, arrest you, and put you behind bars. Today, I'm proud to announce that the Department of Justice has unsealed federal charges against another Tesla attacker. We've charged Cooper Frederick in the firebombing of a Tesla dealership that occurred on March 7th in Loveland, Colorado. All of these cases are a serious threat to public safety. Therefore, there will be no negotiating. We are seeking 20 years in prison. The crime was committed in Colorado, and thanks to the great investigative work by the FBI, the defendant was arrested in Plano, Texas. Let this be a warning. You can run, but you cannot hide. Justice is coming.
It's 20 years, right? Let's hope Obama pays for their attorneys.
They've gone too far with the woke ideology.
I think the woke ideology just says I care about people. No.
Well, men and women's sports says I care about people.
Yeah, I think it's all about accepting people's differences. And there's the word woke was being.
But you say the word differences. Don't you think men and women have differences?
Of course they do, but we all have the same needs. We need to be heard. We need to be understood. We need social services.
What about the women who say I want to be understood and I don't want to compete against a man or have to share a locker room with a man? What would you say to them?
Oh, you mean like that 1/100th of 1% of people?
But it does happen.
I think that they'll sort that out.
Does their opinion not matter, the small amount, the minority?
I think that sports people understand what they're doing and they'll sort out what it needs to happen.
Are you a sports person?
No.
But you have an opinion on it?
Not really. I mean, I don't, I'd say like.
So you'd be fine separating the genders then, biologically, by not allowing men in the women's sports or the locker rooms?
I think that they need to sort it out.
Do you think biological men have an advantage to women over sports?
I've met a lot of biological men that even I could take down. So, not.
And how tall are you?
I think I'm under 5 foot.
What are these men you could take down?
Well, there's not a lot, but I probably could take some down. But I'm pretty strong, so I work out.
You want to arm wrestle?
No, I probably couldn't win with you.
Okay, well.
Definitely not arm wrestle you, unless you gave me a huge advantage. But, I'm a little old lady and you're a young man, so that's not exactly a fair fight. But get me a little old man. Now we're on. Get me a 70-year-old man who, whatever, hasn't worked out. Maybe.
Well, this guy actually right here, our cameraman is 68.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but he looks like he works out. Look at those abs. Look at those guns. Come on.
Well, nothing says caring than burning down car dealerships and keying the cars of random civilians.
Guys, somebody keyed the crap out of my Tesla, a car I bought 6 years ago in the state of California, because I'm concerned about climate change. Oh, but some amazing resistance fighter keyed the crap out of it, and that's gonna do it. Voting didn't work, but this defiling the car of a fellow liberal, we did it, guys. We got him. Today's our Liberation Day. Go celebrate. Just go celebrate. Woo!
Is this what they mean when they say not to throw stones if you live in a glass house? Well, now you're in trouble and debt.
My Cybertruck was attacked by an Elon Musk hater in broad daylight.
Wow.
Cheers. Hey! Who the f*** up? You guys are piece of dude. That's my car. Yeah. Friend's problem. You guys are idiots.
So get this. These guys park right behind my truck, attack it, and leave. But that's so dumb because everyone knows the Tesla records everything. And not to mention, I was literally standing 15 feet away from my truck. Who would do this? What a dumbo. So I immediately assessed the damage, called 911, and secretly followed them to the place they were going.
White dude, pink hair.
Maybe 40. So it took about 10 minutes for the cops to arrive. They questioned me, so I showed them the videos.
Got to be an Elon Musk violation or something.
It is, yeah. And they asked, do you know where he went? I said, yes. He and his friends went to the movie theater. Got 5-0 out here. The boys went into the movie theater, so we're gonna see what happens. Turns out they were watching Death of a Unicorn, so the cops went in, paused the entire movie, and told the guy, you need to come with us. Not so funny now, is it, big man? The police asked if I wanted to press charges, and I said absolutely. This is going to be a few $1,000s in damages for sure. And plus, Elon Musk haters need to be taught a lesson. Look at these guys. They're the friends chilling there, waiting. I don't know why. Most people get away with vandalism, but not this guy. We got him. Thanks, Elon. Oh, wow. What's up, bro?
I'm sure his boyfriends would happily pitch in for him.
Service.
Free service. How about you pay for the repairs? Write a check. You just bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off
No,
with a towel.
no,
It's not
no.
a heat.
It is a
It was
hate crime,
it was
sir.
A crayon.
It is a hate crime.
Listen,
Did you write a swastika on there?
I'm sorry you're upset.
Did you write a swastika?
It didn't even work. Apparently it doesn't
Did you
work.
write a
The crayons
swastika
don't
on
work.
the? It's a key, sir. We see it on the video.
It's not a key.
Did you? Is it a swastika?
I was probably putting my keys in my pocket.
Is it a swastika?
Have you looked at your car?
Is it a swastika?
Is there a key
yes.
mark?
Is it
It's
a
not-
swastika?
that's impossible.
It's at the police right now. It's being fingerprinted.
What do you mean it's being fingerprinted?
Because they're trying to track you down. Thankfully, Facebook tracked you down.
Uh-huh.
So your business, your freaking livelihood, everything now.
Listen.
Because you chose to write so you tell Facebook that you're sorry for writing a swastika on a Tesla.
Listen, I said I'm sorry.
For what?
And I
For what?
apologize.
For what?
I have nothing against
For
your
what?
car, and I have nothing against you.
So why
Okay?
would you write a swastika on a Tesla?
Obviously, I have something against Elon Musk, but that's not the
So
way
Elon
to
Musk
show my...
owns that car because
No,
it was
he
bought
owns
and
the
paid
company.
for. It was bought and paid for a long time
That's
ago.
why it's misguided, and obviously I did not intend to do that.
No, get him straight to jail. He is a 55-year-old vandal who knew better. Jail.
Destruction of property is a perfectly viable source of protest. No harming humans, obviously.
Yeah.
Human life is sacred no matter whose it is. But property these are just things. These are just cars.
Would she drop her address for protest purposes?
I'm out here today in front of the Tesla dealership in hopes of making Tesla such a toxic enough brand that it loses Elon Musk a ton of money. Honestly, that's the strategy, because money is the only thing that he cares about, and hopefully the good people who are working for Tesla, all the shareholders, everybody who has anything to lose with Tesla, figures out quickly he is toxic to their brand and dumps him as soon as possible. He is orchestrating one of the hugest frauds on our country right now. It's astonishing to me that people don't realize that every accusation that they make is a confession. So, as my sign says, Doge is the fraud, waste, and abuse that they keep trying to say they're looking for, which is absolutely ridiculous. Fraud is found by experts, not college-aged hackers who don't know what they're looking at.
Every accusation is a confession? Did your Democratic leaders tell you that one? Of course they did.
Glances over at the car, and moments later they return and quickly start keying the passenger door with a phone in the other hand.
You can tell in the video too, like they're actively starting to record, and they're recording the whole thing. You can easily tell this is a targeted, like there's intent there, and they, kind of a mockery of it, right? With all the recording.
Seconds later, the vandal runs off. The owners, who asked to remain anonymous, notice the damage about a half hour later and say since then they have felt unsettled and somewhat fearful.
You just need a strong enough wind to take care of this one. Everyone just needs to take baths, honestly. Long exfoliating baths.
So what are we protesting out here today?
The current administration.
So you're against Elon Musk?
Elon Musk, Donald Trump, prejudice.
So if you could have a Tesla Cybertruck brand new right now, would you take it?
No.
Why is that?
I don't support Elon or anything about him.
So what would you do with the Tesla truck if they dropped it off in front of your house?
I don't know.
You wouldn't drive it?
No.
Okay. So we're protesting Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and what else?
Prejudice, hatred.
Okay.
Discrimination.
Okay.
Anything against our freedoms.
So if you had a message to Elon Musk and Donald Trump, what would you say?
I tell him to f*** off.
Cool. I like that. What would you say to Donald Trump?
Same thing. I just f*** off.
Okay, cool. Off where? Like, not to be the president?
Yeah, I don't.
If you could have anybody be the president, who would you pick?
Bernie Sanders.
Okay, bet. Appreciate that. Like.
You know what? I think the sign is a little clever.
Did you just key a Tesla the other day?
Do what?
You're on video. Yeah. This is the guy. You just keyed a Tesla. You got a video online. I just saw it. It's all over face. The media.
Tesla?
Yes, you did. You keyed a Tesla in a parking lot somewhere around here. What do you got to say about that?
I didn't do that.
Well, you're on video. I said, I plainly saw you doing it. You pulled up right next to it and then you keyed it. You want to bet?
Whatever.
Okay. Well, they got your license plate. I'm surprised you haven't been contacted by the police yet. I mean, what do you have to say? I mean, I saw you do it. I'm just curious. I mean, just because of Elon, you're wearing a USA t-shirt, driving a Korean car. Why would you key an American car?
Yeah, he got arrested. He'll have more to say in jail.
And, you also gave us a directive to prosecute the people who are going after Tesla to the fullest extent of the law. Some of the greatest police work I've seen. We've made 4 arrests. There will be no negotiations at your directive. They're all looking at 20 years in prison, and within the next 24 hours, you're going to be seeing another huge arrest on a Tesla dealership, President, and that person will be looking at least 20 years in prison with no negotiations.
That's great.
Well, I guess they found out, huh? A heavy-set man in Texarkana, Texas was arrested on March 25th after allegedly starting a Tesla vandalism spree using a mini four-wheeler outside an all-you-can-eat buffet. DeMarkian M. Cox, 33, originally inaccurately named as DeMarkian Cox, is suspected of damaging Tesla cars at 3 locations. The first incident occurred at the Golden Place Buffet, where Cox was captured on video ramming a Tesla with an ATV at full speed. Cox has previous arrests for domestic violence. That is the news, guys. It was Rivian. Now you're going to jail for a crime you couldn't even commit appropriately. That is just sad.
2 senior citizens have been caught keying luxury cars in a shopping centre car park. Police say this is 70-year-old Raymond Edwards, captured by a Tesla's security camera running a key along cars north of Brisbane. A woman who was also in the car park joined in. The Tesla's owner has been quoted $2,000 to fix the damage.
Isn't that cute? Love and vandalism. She burned a hole with her cigarettes. These jobless lunatics must be attracted to debt and charges.
Just kind of starts right here, actually, right kind of by the camera. And you can see the scratch going all the way across the door.
Jody says this scratch that stretches across the entire length of her car is a daily reminder of what she thought was a normal trip to the grocery store at the Woods Mill Plaza.
I got out there, did my shopping, and came back in, and I noticed the scratch right away.
Looking through the video from the car's front and side cameras, she found the exact moment a man targeted her car.
You see him walking all the way across, right? So he's walked across many, many cars he could have keyed, but he walked across the parking lot to find my car and key my car.
From the side camera, you can see him drag the key along her car.
It's all the way across, right from the front, across both the doors and all the way to the trunk, right? So it's definitely down to the metal, you can see that. So I don't know what kind of repair they're gonna have to do to pretty much the whole side of the body.
Over the last 5 years of owning her Tesla, she's had accidental dings and dents from other drivers, but says this is different.
He intentionally picked out my car and scratched it and then just walked away. No thought about who this is. I have things going on in my life that he doesn't know about, right? But now this is another thing now that I have to deal with.
Town and Country Police say they don't know the motive behind this, but Jody believes it's part of a national issue. She says it's frustrating to see people targeting Tesla owners.
I just feel sad that there's people out there that are okay doing this to other people. Like I was saying, I've had things happen in my life, and currently I'm out of a job looking for.
It seems to me like she is Indian. What a way to show their love for immigrants.
Yeah, you're Elon Musk, huh? Freaking Rocket Man? How about F you? F you like you're shooting us.
Yes, it is exactly what you saw. A crazy person doing crazy things.
Our submitter told us she flashed her high beams to tell the Honda driver to slow down before he quickly swerved in front of her, then slammed on his brakes and blocked her from continuing. As she came to a sudden stop, she was almost rear-ended by the car behind her. The petulant child then got out of his car and proceeded to kick the Tesla's front lid. But that first kick seems to have hurt him more than it hurt the car. Our submitter made several attempts to back away from the guy, and even though the driver behind her tried to give her room, she couldn't get very far. Once he sped off, she called 911 and reported the incident. She's now waiting for a service appointment to have the damage to her Tesla inspected. Who stops in the middle of the highway at night before attacking a lone woman?
I know who. It's woke liberals. That's a wrap, people. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.